a la mexicana Mane Kelly, que se está llevando la contienda. Ahora en las repeticiones, golpe de impacto. Sí. Se vio claramente de nueva cuenta el recto en combinación. Hasta 5 golpes alcanzó a conectar. Manejándose con el jab y otra vez en la combinación en el upper, otro golpe de impacto. Le van a aplicar otra cuenta de protección. Cuidado, porque si llega a una tercera ocasión es susceptible de que le detengan el pleito.
La velocidad de puños de Kelly no pudo contrarrestar lo rápido que desenfundaba tanto la izquierda como la derecha, y en la parte de este tercer episodio se estuvo comiendo en reiteradas ocasiones el jab y el recto.
Y bueno, pues aquí repasamos estos momentos de apremio para la mexicana, como observamos aquí que le estaban dejando el guante en el botón y la esquina azul.
Blue corner de Algeria.
El resultado, Kelly es campeona de Golden Bell Series.
Aquí está por abandono, como ya les platicábamos desde la esquina, dijeron no más castigo.
Tell them to bring me my money.
For those people that don't understand it, they were saying like, hey man, they decided to let them win. No knockout because this was a punishment.
Les platicábamos desde la esquina, dijeron no más castigo.
Castigo.
Se está llevando la...
And why is this happening? It seems to be like a DSD situation. In other words, the guy is a little more female than male or something in the genes, or he might have both genders down there, something like that. So you can choose right now which one looks more like a man and fights like a man, but they can identify as a woman. And actually there are 2 ladies that decided to fight in the World Championship of Boxing, and they were banned. And suddenly in the Olympics they were allowed. After the intro, France is happy, viva la France, Macron. I just think, imagine you finally are going to beat the world as a woman, and at the end you have to fight another woman. It's like they're telling me if I enjoyed it, I'm a misogynist, but if I disagree with this, I'm a misogynist.
It's not funny.
Let's play a little game. Imagine it's day 2 of the games. You're watching a men's swimming event on TV. Meanwhile, a medal ceremony is also underway for the women's 4x100 freestyle relay. Suddenly, you hear this.
Well, the women just finishing off. You know what women are like, hanging around, doing the makeup.
God, I hate him.
Olympics commentator has been removed from his job after making an outrageous sexist remark about Australia's female swimmers. Eurosport's commentator Bob Ballard was covering the women's 4x100 meter swim relay when he was heard discussing the Australian team leaving the stadium. He said, "You know what women are like, hanging around, doing their makeup?" Eurosport say they are removing the commentator from their coverage of the Olympics with immediate effect. Ballard claims he did not intend to upset or belittle anyone and has apologized for the sexist comment.
Surprise, I thought this was belittling women. No. All I'm saying is this: if you're a man or you have part of man's genes and you like beating women, I'm just gonna look a little like this, like, why? Now let me show you another man that's in a safe environment, that's very protected, and nobody is allowed to interview him at the Olympics 2024. Brett Cooper let them know.
They are protecting a convicted child rapist and have given him special privileges so that he can avoid the media. Out of over 10,000 athletes, he is the only one that can avoid journalists. In fact, these journalists have been told that they are not allowed to speak with him, and they're not allowed to ask questions about the fact that when he was 19 years old, he flew from his home in the Netherlands to the UK to meet up with and have sex with a 12-year-old girl that he had met on Facebook and started a relationship with full knowledge of her age. And this is not something that is alleged. He admitted to all of this in court when he was found guilty and was sentenced to 4 years in prison. But the Dutch volleyball player only served 13 months, and then he was sent out to continue working on his sport. Now, obviously, the Dutch decision to send him to the Olympics and the Olympic Committee's decision to protect him has obviously been incredibly controversial, and multiple petitions were created online to bar him from competing, but it was to no avail. His first match was over the weekend, and the discourse around it has just been laughable. His partner and his teammate is just frustrated by all of the negative attention, and he said that what is in the past is in the past. Steven is a really good example from how he is right now. He had his punishment, and now he's really kind. A shortened prison sentence definitely absolves him of all of his crimes and definitely makes him fit to be a role model, but the Dutch press said this, quote, "We are protecting a convicted child, yes, to do his sport as best as possible at a tournament that he qualified for."
And now you know what kind of man you have to be to get protection from the government.
Talk about saying the quiet part out loud. Number 2, Talk about a slippery slope. I mean, what's next? You're going to protect them even when they're not at the Olympics? Maybe you're comfortable protecting this man because he was only 19 and it was 10 years ago. But when does that change to protect the 50-year-olds that were preying on 12-year-olds just a few months ago? I mean, you are muddying the water in such a dangerous way. And again, none of this, from Staven competing to the opening ceremony, is representative of what the Olympics allegedly stands for or has historically stood for. One girl on X said, between judges incorrectly giving Ross Cantor 15 penalties, the Dutch child the biological men pretending that they are female boxing women, and the opening ceremony, I can't see the point of supporting any of the Olympics.
That's one thing we agree on.
And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, to get protection from the government, I hope this is not the man that you have to be. Because even being a lesbian these days in Germany, you don't get protection from the government as you thought you're going to get protection from the government. They're trying to burn something, but it's not burning, so they're kind of failing already. But let me give you the news. Germany trans activists shut down a lesbian pride march in Berlin on Friday after the lesbians involved were exposed for not being sexually attracted to the males who identify as a woman.
There's a bigger reason.
I'm just saying, our group is getting way more protection than the other one. And most of them are men identifying as a specific group. And I think in the long run, the slippery slope is bad. Because a lot of people are start realizing I need to identify in a specific way and I need to add a reaction in a specific way. Which reminds me, do you remember the cop that stepped on the Muslim man in Manchester? Oh shit! And a lot of people were like, oh my god, it's a very bad situation. They don't tell you what they did to the ladies, and I got the footage. Three ladies to the hospital, one with a broken nose. So now you know what the heck is happening. They went to the police station, protested. All men were released without consequence. People are tired. There is like a two-tier system in the whole situation, because if you were a white man, you would be definitely locked up in UK right now. But then in UK, there was like a Taylor Swift party, and a girl that is 9, 6, and 7 got deleted. People are posting pictures of what have happened, and some ladies are writing, "At Mercy Police, should images like this be used to incite hatred as is being done here? I hope this isn't one of the victims of the Southport attack." I'm not the parent of that girl, but the fact that she's there like that, and the first thing you're like, you're inciting violence, I'm like, no, I don't want anybody to experience this anymore. And the people in UK are going crazy.
Racism, you stupid.
Where the three ladies got beaten, a lot of people from the Muslim community went there, if you don't do something, we're gonna rage. And it seems that all these two people were released without any consequence. So you're teaching people, just be angry and you can get almost anything done without any consequence. Guess what? The UK people are taking note. This is what happens when you kill innocent children. I mean, we can try to be empathetic with all the other stuff, but once people start dying, especially children, and you still play the same rules, they're just gonna copy the people that you're protecting.
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde, kush hash purple skunk, criollo colombici jam jam, turloqueta verdetta welcome.